Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you all are doing fine. This is day 2 of class 9th, and today we are going to discuss and study about the daily life examples of centripetal and centrifugal force. And the examples are banking of roads, washing machine dryer and cream separator. So let us study about the banking of roads. As we know, in circular motion, we had discussed that if we want to move on a circular track, we must require a centripetal force for it. Let's say that this is a car here which is moving along a curved path. It means that it is performing circular motion. For circular motion, it is not necessary that the car should complete the full circle. An arc of the circle is also treated as a circular path. What would happen if the centripetal force is not present? Yes, the car will not travel along a circular path and it will instead travel along a tangential path. In every case, there are different components that provide the centripetal force. Let's see, in this case, this is a ball that is attached to the string. The tension in the string, which is represented by T, is providing the necessary centripetal force to the ball to move on a circular path. So what would happen in this case? Is the car attached to the string? No. Then which is providing the centripetal force to the car? The centripetal force for the circular motion of the car can be provided in two ways. First one is frictional force between the tires and the road, and second one is banking of roads. Let us talk about frictional force first. There is a frictional force which provides the necessary centripetal force to move in a circular path. But we cannot rely on friction as it depends upon many factors. Let's say rain or frost. This will significantly decreases the friction. If there is a rain or frost, it will make the road slippery, which will significantly decreases the value of friction. And what would happen? The car will skid. You can see here in the pic. Second one, what would happen if the friction is greater? If the amount of friction is greater, it means there is a more roughness present on the road, between the road and the tires. And what would happen? It would cause the wear and tear of the tires. So this is also not the right way. So let's move on to the second option, that is banking of roads. What is banking of roads? Why do we need banking of roads? And what is the purpose of banking of roads? Let us find out the answers. Firstly, you can see a road here. When we are taking a turn, it means that we are moving on a circular track. You can see the road here. This is the inner edge of the road and this one is the outer edge of the road. So the banking of road is the process of raising the outer edge of the road over the inner edge to a certain angle. What is the purpose of banking of roads? There are many purposes of banking of roads. First one, it would provide the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion. We will discuss this point later. Second one, it would reduce the wear and tear of tires due to friction that we had discussed or talked in the previous example. Second one, it can also avoid skidding. Or fourth one is it can also avoid overturning of vehicles, which will further causes the accident. Let's see an example here. This car is taking a turn. You can see here that this road is banged. It means its outer edge is raised over the inner edge. The weight of the car is acting in downward direction, while the normal reaction of the banked road is acting in this direction. Let's see further here. We suppose that this was the car. Its weight was acting in downward direction. The reaction of the banked road was acting in this direction. Let's say that the normal reaction of the banked road can be resolved into two components. Its components will be horizontal component and vertical component. R sin theta is the horizontal component, whereas R cos theta is the vertical component. The weight of the body or the vehicle, which is represented by W, is balanced with the vertical component of the reaction of the banked road. So, which thing is providing the necessary centripetal force to the vehicle to move in a circular path while taking a turn? This horizontal component, that is R sin theta, is providing the necessary centripetal force to the body. So this was the banking of roads. The banking of roads prevents skidding of vehicles and make the driving safe. Second example we have is washing machine dryer. Do we have washing machine dryer in our home? Yes, we do have washing machine dryers in our home. Why do we use washing machine dryer? We use washing machine dryer to dry the clothes. Let's see the construction of washing machine dryer. Washing machine dryer consists of a basket spinner. You can see here, this is a spinner. This is a cylinder with a perforated valves with number of fine holes. What is the purpose of using the fine holes in a wall? On a wall. The perforated wall is used for draining out the water through the holes. The cylinder contains a perforated valves with a fine number of holes. Let's see the working. As you put the clothes in the cylinder and close the lid of the cylinder, when the spinner or the washing machine dryer spins at very high speed, what would happen? The water from the wet clothes is forced out through these holes. Why? It's because of the lack of centripetal force. How? The cylinder applies a force to the clothes, pushing them towards the center. The water, which finds itself adjacent to one of the holes, does not get the centripetal force, so it carries on to the straight line. This was the straight line. It is making the tangent. So it carries on a straight line, passing through the hole and leaving the clothes. So the water is forced out due to lack of centripetal force. When the water moves out of the circle and it is making a tangential path, it means that it works on the principle of the centrifugal force. Yes, the washing machine dryer works on the principle of centrifugal force. Third example we have here is cream separator. Cream separator is a centrifugal machine or centrifuged machine. Cream separator uses milk and it separates the heavier content of milk to the lighter content of milk. How? Let's see. If we see the working of a cream separator, it has this bowl. When this bowl spins at a very high speed, what would happen? This speed would cause the heavier content of milk to move outward in the bowl and pushing the lighter content of the milk inward towards the spinning axis. The heavier content of the milk is skimmed milk and the lighter content of the milk is cream or butter fat. So as we say that when we move the bowl, or when the bowl spins at very high speed, the heavier content of the milk will move outward walls of the bowl and the lighter content of the milk, that is cream or butter fat, is pushed towards the center from where it is collected towards the pipe or through the pipe. This is the working of cream separator. That's all for today. Hope you stay safe and stay healthy. Allah Hafiz.